Силиан, наш король. Силиан, наш король.
Это правда, что всю шакалью стаю перебили?
Говорю вам, Лютерию ждет новый рассвет. Говорю вам, Лютерию ждет...
Телепортироваться
Давеча
строго
еле живы
из
остались.
центра.
А сегодня опять в карауле стоять.
Торговцы говорят, что на севере бушует чума. Торговцы говорят, что на севере бушует чума.
Давеча еле живы остались.
Были бы все мужчины.
А меня без за пятку цапнул. А меня
Это ж
без за
сколько
пятку
нужно
цапнул.
выпить, чтобы забыть все это? Пять рулонов бердского шелка за 10 медиков. Афера какая-то.
Это правда?
Говорю
Что всю
вам,
шакалью стаю
Лютерию
перебили?
ждет новый рассвет. Берегись, на юге шакалий стан.
Силиан, наш король. Силиан, наш король.
Простите. Я разнылся, как мать. Мой отец был мудрейшим из правителей Лютерии. Но любовь делает глупцами даже
Силиан — доброе сердце. А он всегда таким был, хотя брат Зинделла уверял, что в мальчишке сидит...
Поверил слишком. Мне уже доложили. 6 убиты. Среди них ребенок.
Стоит ли высшее благо слезинки ребенка? Или капли крови невинного дитя? Это вечный вопрос, искатель. И каждый отвечает на него по-своему.
Силиан, наша надежда.
Говорю вам,
А вы
Лютерию
Богдана
ждет
не
новый
видели?
А пусть принц не терзает себя мрачными мыслями.
Малышка Софи рассказывала вам сказку про таежного короля. В озерной деревне ее знает каждый ребенок.
Это господин Аман хорошо придумал. Сказку сделать былью.
Берегись, на юге шакалий стан.
Эка, невидаль! Взрослые на эту историю, может, и купятся, а меня не проведешь. Если каждому по монетке раздашь, сам без...
Держи, да передай королю. Пусть...
На такое дело, то
Тут торговать не-
золотые нужны. Истории нужны легенды, отчаянные подвиги и благородные примеры, пламенные речи, храбрые герои и великие победы. Эта стела построена на народные средства в честь Метока Кожемяки, таежного короля. Маловато будет. Умары свою работу дюже ценят. Но и мы не первый день живем.
Что ты пялишься на меня? Руда сама себя не добудет, а слитки сам себя не выплавят. Или думаешь, я все за тебя делать буду? Берегись! На юге шакалий стан.
Больно нужно мне ваше золото. Я кайло для отвода глаз взяла. Влюбилась я. В бескидника влюбилась.
А вот скажи мне,
Коронация? Да вы шутите. Это ребячество, самое настоящее ребячество.
Как он сказал? Ребячество? Если так, то сын Вейлора Мудрого войдет в историю как Силиан.
Аман прав. Это грубо с моей стороны. Грубо и эгоистично.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give you some leveling up tips. I want to talk about how to level up fast to level 50. In Lost Ark it's important to get fast to 50 so you can open up the whole game for you and do your daily activities that day, and then after that go on about your business, whatever it is you wanted to test in the game. So leveling up efficiently to 50 is a nice way of doing it. It just gives you more joy in general about the game. And some things I wanted to mention, some things in this video that you should keep in mind throughout your leveling process, some mistakes that you could possibly do. I want to help you avoid. Yeah, the first advice I want to give you is that you should only do story quests to level up to 50. Additionally, you can, if you want to, also do those red quests, those combat quests that keep popping up for you as you go through different zones. Kill 5 mobs, kill 3 mobs, kill 8 mobs, and so on and so forth. Those timed red quests, they're very nice. They're just on your way, really. You just unmount and just kill 3 mobs and continue. You get some extra reward. So story quests and red quests are the only quests that I advise you to do. Don't worry, you have plenty of story quests to do from level 10 to level 50. There's absolutely no worry in the world that you're gonna be left at level 42 being too low level for the next story quest. No such thing in Lost Ark. So story quest from beginning to end, you're just gonna get there. First 36 levels, your story quests are gonna be marked with orange. They are gonna be the Ark story quests. And then after you leave the first island, the Lutheran zone, and you go to the next one at level 36, 37, then your story quests are gonna be marked with light blue. So don't get confused in that regards. Where did my story disappear? I only have find the Ark now, and how am I gonna go? They just turn into light blue, so that's just how it is, how story levels up in Lost Ark with you, basically. Another thing I wanted to mention is that all of the yellow quests that you're skipping throughout your leveling process just to get fast to 50 are still gonna be there. So you can go back right from the first zone and just do all of the yellow quests that you have missed so far. Some of the yellow quests are very important actually, because they give a variety of goods, from emotes to achievements to growth potions to stat potions. So some of them are actually really nice, and you should definitely go back and do some of those yellow quests. I'm not gonna get into which yellow quest particularly because there are like so many, but just saying yellow quests are important. We're just skipping them because there's no need to waste time, that's all, not because they're not important or anything like that. All of the basics are also covered in campaigns. You get a mount, part of the campaigns, you don't need to do anything extra, no yellow quest required. You get ships, part of the campaigns, boats I mean, to go on sea, so no need to worry about that. You get songs and so on and so forth. Recall points also part of the campaigns, so you're not gonna be missing out on anything if you don't do yellow quests. You're gonna be fine up until level 50. Another tip I wanted to give you as you're leveling up is that you should be queuing up for the hard mode version of these level up dungeons if you wanna queue up for something. You can also choose to do all of these leveling up dungeons solo, but do them solo in normal mode instead of solo hard mode. Again, I just want to be efficient. Of course you can finish solo hard mode if you know, if you're level 20 and you're so badass. Of course you can do it, but there's really no point. There's nothing to gain from finishing a dungeon solo in hard mode until personal satisfaction maybe, if anything, but that's about it. If you want to queue up for a dungeon, my point is, as you level up, the leveling up dungeons, then queue up for hard mode. Most people queue up for hard mode, and kinda nobody queues up for normal mode in these dungeons. So if you queue up for normal mode and you're not getting a group for an hour, at least you know why, because all people are queuing up. If it's a group, it's for hard mode. If you wanna just go solo and not bother with a group because you cannot stand those people that don't skip cutscenes, then feel free to do it in normal mode solo, be done with it and just move on with questing. Also, if it's too late at night, obviously there's not gonna be a pop for a queue for a hard mode, then just enter there solo, finish the dungeon, move on. It's really easy to do it yourself as well. Speaking about being efficient, you can also change channels in Lost Ark if there's too many people grinding that spot of mobs and the respawn time is long and you want to just be done with it. Definitely changing channels is a good way to go, because you just change, you kill your mobs and you're done, you're out of there. The same thing can be done after each pack of mobs. You can change the channel once per minute. You kill that pack of mobs, you go to another channel, you kill that pack of mobs and so on and so forth. Yeah, you should not really have problems meeting so many people that you cannot kill mobs, but if you do, there's an option to change channel that I wanted to point out to you. Another thing I wanted to point out is the existence of this Lupeon Seal merchant. You see this guy translated as Moro Priest. Now, these Lupeon seals you get from a variety of actions in game. You get them from killing named mobs in dungeons, you get them from killing named mobs in the open world, from some quests, etc, etc. There's a bunch of places, we're not going to discuss everything where you get them, but spending Lupeon seals on anything that these priests as you level up sell is a bad idea, because Lupeons, for two reasons. First of all, Lupeon seals are needed more at end game to purchase specific jewelry or to even change the stats on your soul stone, for example, if you don't want to spend shillings for that. Not a big deal again, but it is something that you should not really do. The second reason why you shouldn't spend Lupeon seals is because you're gonna replace that Lupeon gear that you buy with these seals and waste them. You're gonna replace it in T-5 minutes in the next campaign when you're gonna get there, and or in the next dungeon when you're gonna do that in 20 minutes, and then you're gonna have a better piece, and you've just completely wasted Lupeon seals. So this merchant, the Moro Priest, is not something that you should touch, and is not something that you should look at, even if the gear that he's selling is better. It's so fast to level up in Lost Ark, and you really don't need that gear, or just always the best gear in general. That is just a complete waste of Lupeon seals. The last thing I wanted to mention in regards to leveling up is the existence of potions in the game. There is two types, well, there's many types of potions, but generally there's two types of potions. There's potions that count as battle items, such as these, and there's potions that count just as potions, such as these. Now, throughout your leveling process, you should always have access to these potions. Why? Because you don't want to die and waste any other resource to wake up. Some of the dungeons that you're going to do throughout your leveling process are not even going to allow you to wake up at the beginning of the dungeon if you die. Some dungeons are only going to allow you to either spend diamonds from the cash shop to rest up, or feathers. If you don't have any of these, then you can just get out of the dungeon. It's simple as that, and you should always have potions. Better use 5 potions that boss fight, or 20 potions, and stay alive rather than using your feathers of resurrection or your diamonds to rest up after you've died. So if you want potions, then the potion merchant is everywhere in every camp. It's called the potion merchant, and you're just gonna come here and you're gonna buy the potions specifically for your item and for your level and item level. These are the beginning potions, then you go to these. You get potions as you loot, you get potions from campaigns also, but the point is, the better the potion, the higher the chances of you to survive. And it's no shame in using potions in Lost Ark, but there is shame in dying in a level 31 dungeon and using feathers and crystals, especially because you're out of feathers already. So use your pots, they're really cheap and you can find them really everywhere. You just have to buy them and always drag them to your bar here so you can have good access to them. Sometimes life, even in level 30, 20 dungeons, just gets hard. That's all I wanted to talk about leveling, guys. I wish you a beautiful leveling experience. It's basically like going to the movies, so prepare your body for 2 hours of skippable cutscenes. But other than that, it's really fun, it's really nice. You should definitely level up in Russia to test the game out more in this region, test out various classes. I wish you guys lots of love. I hope this was useful for you. Remember, if you want to play Lost Ark, there is a link in the description below guiding you through every single step on how to get this game and play it in Russia. A very smart choice if you do want to try the game out. From my side, lots of love. I will see you soon. A lack for groups.
Силиан. Силиан Первый, законный наследник.
Я увожу людей к монастырю. Надеюсь, лорд Тадеуш продержится до нашего прихода.
Жаль, ни старик Дрожен, ни милая Марта не дожили до этого дня.
Как села? Кто? Корона, очевидно. Невелика.
Не отставать!
Hello guys, welcome.
Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wolky and I'm here with another Lost Ark guide series. This one's going to be specifically aimed at newcomers, as I will be explaining you the road to 50, what you have to do after you hit level 50, and also we'll be explaining the gear operating system or the mechanics that go into that. So this is probably going to be a 3-part series. I don't know exactly how I will structure those, but these are the main topics. The first video right here, we're going to be talking about the road to level 50 when you're new to the game, and for that reason I specifically made a new character, my infighter here, which is now level 50, so I can walk you through a few things that I did. I'll give you some details as to how long it took, what I did do, what I didn't do, and a few pointers here along the way. So without further delay, let's jump right into the video. So, if you're new to the game, obviously you won't see any characters standing or sitting here. So what we're going to be doing is clicking on the Create New Character button. I think that's fairly straightforward. So you're presented with an overview and a select class menu. Keep in mind though that this doesn't actually select the real class slash specialization you're playing at the end, but only the archetype. For now, right now we have a warrior here, and the warrior divides into Berserker, Warlord, Destroyer, Holy Knight. Mage has Arcana, Summoner, Bard, Fighter, Battlemaster, Infighter, Soulmaster, Lancemaster. You get the idea. You're just selecting the archetype. Whatever you click on here just shows you a video, so it doesn't really matter until you hit level 10. And that one also is mentioned here. So we're just going to click on next stage. Now you get to customize your character, so this is actually how it's going to be looking like in the end. So pretty much standard procedure here. I don't think we really need to talk about that. The only other thing that I would mention here is that you can do the tutorial if you want to, because if you're gonna make, let's just randomize this quickly here. Alright, Wilkie, I don't know, Zerk. Hope that's not taken yet. Nope, it isn't. If I'm gonna be playing start game or pressing start game, it'll ask me if I want to skip the prologue or not. If you click on yes, you're going to be skipping it. If you click on no, you're going to be doing it. Doing the prologue means you're actually starting at level 1. If you do want to do it, I think on the first character, that's fine. On any odds, it's not really important, because the reward that you're getting is not really worth your time. You're not losing anything by not doing it, but just for the sake of understanding how the game works a little bit, and giving you a bit of a storyline, I suggest I would do it. But for the sake of that, we're gonna press on yes, and we're gonna end up in Triss. And I'm gonna swap to my infighter because I recorded that one already, so I can walk you through right here. The class you want to play. I will fast forward this one because you can't really skip around in this section, and it takes a few minutes to complete it. I'm just going to walk you through. This is, like I said, where you select the class, you just talk to the NPC, and at the end here you're going to be selected with a preview window where you can actually also try the classes. Keep in mind though, this is not like the full class, but you're going to get a rough idea of how some of these abilities look and how the class plays, including their identity, which is rather important. So you can check around which one you want to play. Since I knew that I'm going to be playing Infighter, I basically just clicked on the book and I was done with. But if you so desire to check out the other classes, you are very free to do so here. Afterwards, you actually get to play the game. So before I actually scare you with my spreadsheet, a few details and pointers on how I did go from level 10 to level 50. So I did skip all possible cutscenes that were skippable. Some of the quests have cutscenes that you can't skip. Everything else that was skippable, I did skip. Secondly, I did clear every quest along the way, even in the very first continents, even yellow quests, purple quests, stuff you don't have to actually do straight away. I did clear all of that alongside the way. I didn't use any runes and I didn't use any cards. However, I did use my skill points, since I do have more skill points on this account. So my killing power is going to be a little bit higher than someone who is playing on a fresh account. So I assume the hours and numbers that I will give you just in a second, you can probably add another hour on your playtime and you should be knowing roundabout how long it should take you from level 10 to 50 if you play the same way as I did. If you decide to watch cutscenes, take detours, do life skills, stuff like that, obviously you will take longer, but I think that should go without saying. So here we are actually with the thick of things. I hope this is readable. If not, you're probably gonna zoom in. Also, there's gonna be a link to this spreadsheet in the description below. Just in case you want to do a quick rundown or see what things are there for yourself. But basically, I recorded the playtime, the regions I did, and basically like a few comments on what I did. As you can see at the start here, I took relatively frequent breaks because I was hunting a field boss for a specific card, and after I got that, I basically stopped that and went on to grind still. I usually never sat and grinded or did stuff for a longer period of time. Needless to say, whichever way you prefer or however way you play, the result should be fairly similar. So I guess the most important number here is, let's make this one fat here. This is my playtime. All of this here lumped together until I hit 50. And that is 15 hours and 28 minutes. So not even 16 hours. Like I said, if you're a completely fresh player, you'll probably take a bit longer, even if you do all the quests and skip all the cutscenes, because you don't have skill points. You don't really know how the game works, so there might be quests that you need to do a little bit of research on, or do a bit of walking around. Since I've played the game, I don't know, well over 1,000 hours at this point, I am relatively well versed with the game and I know how quests work, so I can blaze through them. Still, needless to say, this is also happening because of someone in Discord saying that he's having 50 hours in the game and he's still not level 50. I don't know how that is possible or what the hell he was doing, but needless to say, the number that was thrown around quite often is 15 hours for an alt, and this is more or less accurate because, like I said, I did have extra skill points, but I did do all quests, so you could speed things up, but as a new player you won't have the skill points. So I assume for your first character you're going to be taking between 15 and 20 hours of in-game playtime, which is fairly reasonable. Like I said, there is more details on which kind of areas I used or I was in. Also, the level chart here tells you my final level I had when I stopped playing for whatever time. And as you can see here, the light blue colored option or section is basically the first 4 continents. So Artemis, Eudia, East Lutron, and West Lutron. Then we have Tortoik, then we have Anshu. Orange is Burn. Arthentine, actually, my bad. And I hit level 50 in Arthentine. And I will show you the section here. I actually streamed it when I hit level 50. So we have actually video proof, or actually video evidence of it. And this is where I hit level 50. Perfectly fine as a free-to-play player. Like, legit, even... Okay, so here's the deal. The bare minimum that I would recommend buying is the premium. The premium gives you slight boosts like experience boosts, a bunch of daily goodies, and it removes stuff like teleportation fee, right? Right now it says free because I have my premium running. Premium is probably gonna be like, what, 10 euros a month? I don't really know what the prices are gonna be. And we're level 50, by the way, so I'm just gonna note this one down. Alright, and this is pretty much all of the information that I want to give you guys in this first video. Like I said, this is how I went from level 10 to 50 in around about 15.5 hours. This should give you any guidance. There are a few things that I want to mention at the end here. First of all, you don't have to do every quest. There is an option to skip, especially in the early stages of the game, because they don't really give a huge XP there, huge amount of XP there. However, just for the sake of, you know, knowing what a new player would potentially go through, this is how long it'll take. Should you not be able to hit level 50 in Arthentine, means you're not going to be able to go to Burn. I think so. Basically, all you're going to do then is backtrack and catch up on yellow quests you haven't done, which essentially means just do as many quests as you can to level 50, and afterwards just follow the storyline. Last but not least, the next video I'm going to be talking about how I set myself up or how to.
Да благословят тебя трое древних.
Да сохранят нас боги. Да хранят
Могу
трое
заставить
души
себя
павших.
спуститься в крипту.
Я сделаю все, чтобы лорд мной. Аман обещал поговорить со старейшиной. А я отправлюсь в Бильбринское Полесье. Бильбринский воевода Гедрюс сражался на нашей стороне.
Демоны повсюду.
Руфион не оставит нас.
Этот монастырь — особое место, Искатель. Здешние монахи почитают владыку Руфиона и младшего.
Мы выстоим. С нами мудрость и сила. Королевские дворцы рушатся. Короны ржавеют. Правитель.
Я больше...
Трехголовые церберусы? А я-то думал, быстро управлюсь.
Видимо, у них на месте отрубленной головы по 3 новых вырастает.
нелегко пришлось народу под гнетом регента.
Вы приносите хорошие новости. Помощь монахов будет очень кстати.
Повет наш кличут монастырским, а только мы с монахами не водимся. У них же
Разбойники? Это по вашей части. Вы с шакалами на таежном увале лихо расправились. Разберетесь со здешними?
Мы сражаемся за будущее Лютерии.
За лютерийский народ!
Малик умеет держать рот на замке. Раз в неделю их посыльный приходит в еловую межу. Его ждали сегодня до заката, но он...
Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilkie and I'm here with the next version or the next episode of my Lost Ark character progression slash power guide. We're going to be talking about tripod, the tripod system, and additional tripods. So without further ado, we're just going to jump over into the skill section first here. So tripods are ways to alter the effect. Some more, some just give you additional stats. Some do actually change how skills work quite a bit. So you have two things when it comes to tripods. The first thing is pretty natural. Unlocking skills, or putting skills into skill points into skills, will unlock the tripod. The first tripod is unlocked at 4 points. The second tripod is unlocked at 20 points, and the last tripod is unlocked at 48 points spent into a skill. So in order to unlock all 3 tripods, you have to spend 48 points in a skill, which puts this respective skill to level 10. Putting skill points into a skill also increases the number, but keep in mind that the tripods is actually where the juicy parts are coming to the skills. Because if you look at the numbers here, let's take a look at Meteor Stream, for example. Leveling this one up by 1 level increases